listening to some Saxon, and now I'm listening to some Stevie Wright, and I was like thinking, I can't even make a video now where it's just like there's music in the background without it getting a copyright claim on it, which is fine. I'm like, dude, if people like my video because there's music in it, let's say, for example, then monetize it and give the money to the fucking artist. But I guess they don't want that because then they can't control how many times it's being seen, and they might have to just keep paying these people forever because it might still be popular and not limited to their, you know, if you went through royalties rather than how they control the system, they can't control every ad, so they can't control what's popular. So, fuck, it's like, we used to drive around listening to music prior to the internet, like when I was in high school, late 90s, early 2000s era. You know, you didn't have internet in the car, right? It was like, still, it was basically the same way as it was from the 1960s up until then. You know, kids got out of school, what are we gonna do this weekend? I don't know, nobody told me. Well, then I guess we're fucked. Like, you know, it was such a better way to live. I'm just gonna like channel fucking baby boomer right now, but you know what? Fuck y'all. If I could go back to then right now and just worry about like being sent to Vietnam, I'd probably fucking take that. But yeah, they really fucked us over and let all this happen. But still, the way we lived back then, such better way to live, dude, because we weren't pushed into this fucking tribalism now. You know, we have to go back to tribalism, I think, to get out of this. We have to say, okay, we're gonna own this tribalism warfare shit then, and we have to understand, okay, your perception of the other tribes mostly based on like scary stories you heard about them, so it's probably not true. Because what made me think of this is I was looking through some shit on Twitter this morning, and it was like some super hateful shit, like one of these like super Biden just fucking cult member people that's like, you know, every day demanding we have justice for January 6th because it was, you know, like they really think it was like the Civil War. And the comments are just like hateful as fuck, like, you know, and I'm reading this and I'm like, I have to not get mad about this because I have to understand that these people truly, really believe, those of them that are real people and not fucking robots on the internet, but that truly, really believe that like Vladimir Putin is in command and Donald Trump is Q, and he's telling all these people that they're going to do all this bullshit. There's people, they call it Blue Anon, because it's just as crazy as the Q Anon stuff. So they call it Blue Anon here in America. But yeah, you got to remember, there are Democrats and super partisan people that really think that like Trump thinks they were going to overtake the government on January 6th by like going in there with signs. Like, no, dude, that's ridiculous. January 6th is like the biggest gift to the establishment of all. Like, because now you can't question the election or you're a terrorist. It's a slam dunk, bro. And then they got to set up a fence around the place. Like, if you were to read that in a history book, say you're 100 years from now and you're reading, and then the new incoming administration erected a fence around the entire Capitol based on hearsay, and then forced all these troops to sleep on the ground without proper equipment because there was this giant threat of fucking terrorism and shit, even though none of the guys had bullets or some nonsense. You know, like, none of it makes any sense. I mean, like, the National Guard weren't walking around with fucking full magazines. They were just there to be there. But they had empty guns. It was silly. From what I heard. Maybe they were rolling hot. I don't know. But that's the other part of being in this state of tribalism. We don't have real communications because we can't really say what we mean. So we have to remember that everything we know about the enemy tribe is mostly hearsay, and have some sort of compassion for these people. I'm not saying you forgive them. I'm not one of those people. But you got to get your own mind out of the tribalism is what I'm getting at. Like, there's a lot of people that we shall not forgive, but I mean, the average gum chewer level followers that are just like brainwashed into this shit, They want us to kill each other, okay, in tribalism. So if we're going to reform our mindset, we're currently in tribalism, we have to wake up the rest of our tribe, try to negotiate peace between tribes, and that's how we get to like forming local groups that we can trust, since our entire civilizations have been infiltrated by communists and people who want us dead and just want to do nothing but push death. We have to, like, they've shaken up the whole chessboard, so we as all organic pieces have to all self-reassemble. Like the stuff they say that's in the shots. We all have to self-assemble into intelligent groups and then take over the organism from inside, let's say. And so all that comes from me being so pissed off that the fucking robots don't want us to just organically listen to music and talk without it being a violation. Fuck them. I enjoy my long commute. I am pro carbon. I'm pro diesel fuel. Yeah, dude. We just need to form local. We'll just redo the whole civilization, but like without having to figure out organically what the steps are. We'll just say, okay, we're going to do our tribalism phase. We're going to do our, tribes working together phase. We're going to do our city-state phase, and we can just morph it all into like this super short, quick period that like Brett Weinstein can figure out and just apply it like a syllabus. How do we unfuck our society and unfuck our mind? That's the syllabus. Yes, Brett Weinstein, I bet you him and all those egghead liberals, real liberals, can figure it out.